So, namaste and welcome everybody. We are on the video fourth in continuation of the series on UPSC backups, CSE backups. So, I want again and again talk about like why do we need to look for the backup, and it is not for those who are like from prestigious institutes. They have set the goals in their mind and they are all sorted like they what they want to do in their life, and it is all clear. And if you have already got a solid backup, if you are into the, for example, if you are a software engineer who graduated from IIT Bombay or Delhi in CSE, then and you aspire actually to become either the CSE top level AIS officer 1, or you are good to go with your software job, then yes, I mean, you should not watch it. And if you have the business ideas in your mind, you should not watch it. But if you feel that you are just unable to crack CSE, you are stuck somewhere in the process and looking for some other opportunities, and you are confused that there is an option in the market with the name SSC, and whether it is feasible, it is suitable, how much it is practically possible to carry it on with the CSE. This is what we are going to discuss. So if you are into the CSE process, you must be aware of these stats and facts which I have cited several times, 10k people are there who register, who apply for the CSE, and out of those like 6 to 7 appear in the exam in the D-Day, and out of those only 10k make it to the mains, and out of those only 2.5k, around 3k get the interview call, and out of those only barely 800 make it to the final list. And even those like who have got recommended but they haven't got the aspired posts or services allotted to them, so they appear again, and this increases the competition, takes the competition to the next level. And these are the facts, sheer facts, empirical states and data which tell which tell that why you should not put all your eggs in just one basket. You know why you should diversify your portfolio. Oh yeah, it is very interesting. On the one hand you have got CSE, on the other hand you have got stock market. So if you are in the stock market, you would be aware that if you are a investor, like long term investor, if you are a swing trader, even if you are an intraday person like who trades in the intraday, then you will not just put all the eggs in one basket. That effectively means that you will not bet your entire money on just one stock. Yeah, even the long term investors, they keep at least 8 to 10, at least 6 to 8 stocks in their portfolio. God knows what happens to one. We do not know who knows that what happens to the one if you just choose one, and it becomes like there was Satyam, there was Reliance, and there have been many companies. Same is the case pretty much with the CSE, that you do not know that whether you will be able to make it to the final list or not ever. Because if you ask the people who have got their friends stuck in the process, then they will tell you that there are many people out there who are more competent, more deserving than them, than the selected ones, but still they couldn't make it because of the uncertainty, unpredictability, and the subjectivity involved in all the three process, of course with the luck factor. So it becomes prudent for you to look for other avenues and opportunities. In the previous videos I discussed about CDS, CAPF. These basically have the restrictions on the age. So if you are under 24, no matter who you are, where you are from, your class, caste, your academic background doesn't matter, guys. What matters is that whether you fulfill the some physical requirements. In case of the CAPF, you are supposed to be above a certain height, then you must apply for them, because the syllabus very much resonates with your UPSC CSE syllabus. You must apply for them. So in the next video, like in the third video, we discussed the feasibility of preparing for your state services along with the CSE, how much doable it is. And in this video we'll be talking about SSC. Okay, so I've got many of my friends in SSC. I personally didn't prepare for it, but I know about them because they are my friends. I've lived with them. So they are into the CSE. They have appeared in the interview. Some even have cracked the CSE along with cracking the SSC, right? So what is the difference between the two? There is a debate. There are two school of thoughts. One say that both cannot be done at the same time. Both should not go simultaneously. it will be very foolish or stupid of us if we put one foot in one boat and another in another boat, because it would take you nowhere. So this is the first line of thought, right? Another line of thought is that we should be prudent, and not only we should keep both at the same time, keep doing both at the same time, and alternatively what we can do is we can first secure a job at SSC, and then we can move to the UPSC. Some people like Sorbi Gautam has done that. A friend of mine named Siddharth Jain, he has cracked the SSC, and he comes from a IIT Bombay. For your information, he's a brilliant guy. So whether he joins it or not, that's not for us to talk on. That doesn't matter. What basically I mean to say is that if you have cracked SSC and you enter into the CSE interview, then it will make a different level of impression there, no matter what is your background, like which state do you come from, which no matter what is your educational background, which institute do you come from, which degree do you hold, the sheer fact that you have cleared SSC, your future is secure. You've got a safety net there in terms of the employment, in terms of the job security. So it will leave a good impression on the UPSC board, because what they want is the people who have done something, who have achieved something, accomplished something in their life. They do not want the people who are into the CSE process only for a long time, putting all of their eggs in just one basket. So this is the basic mentality and psychology of the board members, the panel members. Now coming to the psychology of the students, what students feel is that what the media, what the coaching institutes, they have peddled a narrative that you should not prepare for both, and both are both two poles apart. So uh, that is precisely the narrative which has been woven by the coaching institute. So is it so? Is it the reality? That is what we would be trying to unravel, trying to discover in this particular video, right? So for CSE, you already are aware of the CSE. The video is primarily focused for those who are basically primarily the CSE aspirants, and either they have exhausted a couple of their attempts, or many of their attempts, or they are yet to start. If you are one of them, you should watch it, and if you are looking for some other opportunity, some other avenues, then you must watch it, like right. So what's the difference between apna CSE and SSC? Well, CSE, as you all know, that firstly it is an objective type of paper at prelims, and then it becomes not purely subjective, but yeah, it is subjective. And at the end we have got interview that we call personality test. Okay, and it is based on the GS, and aptitude has got a very minimal share, a very minimal role to play here. Why I'm saying that? Because CSAT, I know, is getting tougher day by day, year by year, but still you have got 30 comprehensions, around 30 questions from the RC, that is reading comprehensions, in your CSAT. So if you are good at RC like me, I'm very good at RC, and I suck at aptitude, be it the reasoning or the mathematics, then you can easily clear your prelims. Like for the last two times the paper was very tough, but somehow I managed in the CSAT, because in the GS I scored like 110 above very easily. In the CSAT, it was really very very difficult for the people, and people were aghast and shocked that how can a person like me, who has a very weak hand at aptitude, could clear it. So it was all because of the RC. If you are in good at aptitude, then you should be good at RC, right? But nonetheless, the bottom line remains that key aptitude has a very very minimal role to play in the UPSC, in the whole UPSC thing. It has a role only in the CSAT, which is a qualifying paper. but but the game is totally different in case of SSC. You have to be the master of aptitude there. You have to be the master of aptitude there. You are supposed to have done significantly higher level of practice there of maths, like solving questions at a great speed. That is required from you. So if you possess that capability, then only you can think of entering into the SSC. Otherwise you do not. Okay, so when will you be great in the mathematics aptitude? When will you be great? There could be two possibilities. First one is that Either you had mathematics in your plus 2, okay, supposing that ki, okay, you had mathematics in your plus 2, but now what a lot of people are doing that in their graduation they enter into the humanities, so there becomes a detachment, there comes a detachment between you and aptitude, right? Because you have made your mind that you will enter into the CSE, and CSE basically doesn't demand for your CSAT. Even if it does, even if you attend some classes, then it is of elementary level, right? So there are two kind of people, the one, those who have the mathematics in the who have a touch with the mathematics in their engineering, who innately inherently have the aptitude for maths, who have the passion, who have the interest in maths. If they sit for like 2 to 3 hours daily for 6 months, then they can develop great skills which can let them qualify the paper, SSC paper. So you could be of that category. And second one, you had commerce, or you had medicine, or you had humanities in your graduation, plus you do not possess the interest for the aptitude, and you have rather the phobia for the aptitude. Yeah, there are people like that, I being the one. So it is not for you guys. It is, I'm extremely sorry to you if you cannot put efforts. Firstly, the thing is, you should have the interest, right? You should have some connection, you should have the aptitude comes when you have been doing something for a long time, and if you are not doing, then you are at least exposed to that thing, and at least to something which is similar to that thing, okay? So in the case of this person, although he wasn't doing SSC maths in the last 4 years of engineering, but at least he was exposed to something based on calculations. Now on the other hand, there are people from humanities, from Lady Shriram DU and other prestigious institutes, who were into the books, like reading books and doing the subjective stuff, who had no connection at all with the aptitude. And if you tell them ki after the 5 years of gap you are supposed to do the mathematics for the SSC, then it would be very very difficult for them. It would be very difficult. I'm not saying that it is impossible. Of course, you can do it, but only very extraordinary people would be able to do it. Otherwise they would not be able to do it. So finally the question is, if you are so concerned about the backup, about the future, if you are so concerned about getting a service allotted to you, a job, it doesn't matter whether it is IS, like at the a group A service or a group B service, and or if you are stuck like in between in the process, it's been like 2 to 3 attempts, then what should you do? You should just gauge your capabilities, your competence, your skills, your strengths and weaknesses. This is the one, the SWOT analysis, strength and weakness. Can you prepare for SSC? This is the question which you'll have to ask yourself. And if you think that, okay, yeah, considering the fact that I was exposed to aptitude, something technical, something mathematical, and I have the interest in it, and I can give some time to it, then yeah, you should go for it. Because other thing is GS, which you can anyways tackle, and apart from that there is a component of English as well, English writing, and considering the fact that you come from an English medium school, so that won't be a problem for you. And if you think that you are a humanities guy, you are somebody from the medicine, you are somebody who had no exposure to the mathematics, aptitude and reasoning, plus you do not have the interest in it, as of now also, like you get a headache, you have literally the phobia with regards to the mathematics, then you should drop this option. There are other choices which are available to you, because if you go on carrying on both the things at the same time, like you would do end up doing justice with none. You would end up doing justice with none. I have got my friend whose name is Rajat, and he was doing pretty much in the civil services, and for that matter he even cleared the state services prelims, and he had the mains of it, but he didn't appear in it. Why? For the SSC, okay? And god knows what happened, for some weird reasons, like he was unable to clear it, because there is a cutthroat competition in the SSC also. And the demand of the exam pattern, exam syllabus is different, guys. To make the things clearer, to put the things in perspective, you have got state PSC, right? State PSC has a large amount of syllabus overlapping or coinciding with your CSC. But in case of SSC, this is almost just the opposite. SSC In the SSC, what dominates is your aptitude, and aptitude has been rendered almost worthless in case of UPSC. Okay, in case of UPSC. So in UPSC, it's not about just knowledge, getting knowledge, reading a lot of books. It is about practicing. It is about practicing. It is about preparing your optional, right, which can have no relevance with your GS, right? So it is a long process, like 1 year long process. There are 9 papers which are totally subjective in nature. So it is very much different from these examinations like SSC, like banking, PO, and other such examination. So only if you have the interest, if you have the background, you'll have to ask yourself, you'll have to sit silently, think for some time, take a pen in your hand and jot them down. What is my educational background? If you think that, if it resonates with the syllabus of the SSC, you'll have to mathematically do the calculations. Do I have the background? Yes, I have. Do I have the interest? Yes, I do. Have the time? Yes, I do. Have the guidance? Yes, I have. Putting these all factors together, like summing it up, you will have to ask yourself, like, will I be compromising with the CSE? Do I have the time? First of all, do I have the time? Like, if you are at the starting of the career, if you have just entered the college in your graduation in the first year, second year, then yeah, of course you can give 2 hours each day for the mathematics as well. And at the same time, you can prepare for your CSE without compromising with it. So what will happen that, God forbid, in the next coming years, if the CSAT becomes even tougher, then you will have no problem clearing it, because honestly speaking, I know the people who come from IITs. I know the people. I've got several friends of mine who have the engineering background, who have given the interview. I know people personally who have got the job even, and they couldn't qualify the CSAT. Such is the difficulty level of the CSAT these days. Okay, so it is good for you. It is good for you. Like, if you are awakened or get enlightened very in the early years of your life, and you start giving some time, allotting some time to mathematics, then aptitude, then that is great. At the same time, like 7 to 80% of the time you can give to your CSE preparation. And like, if you are late, little bit late, if you have already been there for last 2 to 3 years in the CSE process, then just ask these questions to you, whether you have interest in it, whether you have the background in it, whether you have the time in it, like in the SSC, for the SSC. And based on the answers of these questions, you can go with the SSC. Sorry guys, this is SSC, right? This is pretty much the case. This is what I could understand after doing a lot of research, and I hope this would have helped you. But still, so as to give you the opinions of some other people, uh, this madam is clearly saying is that, no, it is not possible to prepare for both exams simultaneously. And I would recommend you to first give wholehearted attempt to SSC CGL if you are doubtful of your capabilities to clear UPSC and want to back some backup. And another thing which I want to tell you is that when people are freshers now, they think that they can do anything with the determination, courage, with the spirit they have got. So sorry guys, let me tell you, let me disclose this one big revelation, that no, it is not all about the mehnat which you are doing. It has got a significant factor of luck as well, uncertainty as well in the CSE. Okay, so if you just analyze your situation where you are, analyze the situation of your like family, like if you have got some responsibilities, and if you have got no other backup, no other business, nothing like that, and if you just want a job, then don't put all of your eggs in just one basket. Do not have many expectations from the CSE, considering the fact that you are ready to put like 16 hours a day in it. Even if you have the guidance for that matter, because I told you there is a significant amount of luck in it. So this makes sense. Jandeep Tiwana she makes sense when she says that, firstly you can go for SSC CGL, you can get a job. You will be mentally free. There would be no sort of depression, anxiety. And you can freely prepare for the UPSC as well, though it becomes difficult. But yeah, people are doing that. I've got my friend like Akhilesh Singh, and he's from UP. Like, he has cleared SSC not even once, not only once but twice, and he's doing fabulous. Now he's gonna appear in the interview in the CS. He's also been to interview twice in the CSE interview twice. So people can do it, like people can do it. It's just that ki you will have to manage the time, you will have to gauge your capabilities, competency and merit. Now let us do some clinical analysis, a comparative analysis of both the exams. Then in CSE majorly, okay, the paper is subjective. The paper is majorly subjective, guys. Prelims is nothing. People say that it is the door, it is the gateway to the mains, it is the gateway to become the UPSC. I have seen people who have cleared 5 prelims. Just the people who haven't cleared the prelims only, they give them respect, nobody else. Neither society, neither the seniors, neither the community, neither nor the teachers, and nobody give them respect. They get no respect from nobody. um, for the fact that they have cleared prelims multiple times. What matters is the mains, whether you clear. If for that matter, even those like who have been to interview, they get no respect and nothing, like no sense of achievement. Financially and tangibly तो कुछ मिल ही नहीं रहा है, but apart from that also you feel like you haven't done anything, because what matters is that whether you get your name in the list or not. What matters is that whether you get your name in the list or not. So suppose this is the success line. Suppose this is a track, like this is a racing track, and you're running like for the last couple of years, and you are about to reach like you are just one step away from this line. Still the people will not give you any recognition. Still you will not get any sort of recognition, respect from the society. you know this is a bitter truth. And the moment you cross it, the moment you cross this line and get the tag of CSE, everybody would be like, oh, I knew that he would do wonders in his life, I knew he had great potential, he came to me, I helped him, and he was so genuine, he blah blah blah, blah blah. Everything would now start, like even people who haven't met or seen in your life would come and say that he's my relative, he is my friend, he used to study with me, he used to eat with me, and talks like this. This is the harsh reality. No, so please choose the success line. Choose the success line which is nearer to you, which is easier to be chased, which is easier to be crossed. Okay, don't put this success line here when you don't have the petrol in your car. Petrol and car can be referred to the background, both academic and the financial, the privileges, the regional privileges, like educational privileges you have got, and so many other factors, guys. This was an analogy which you should modify and which you should tailor or customize according to your own circumstances. I hope you got the essence of what I meant to say, right? So this was pretty much the comparison between both. Like in CSE, aptitude is an accessory, but aptitude is the soul of the exam. In CGL, I brilliantly put it out there above, right? Second, CSE is a subjective paper, CGL is an objective paper, except for tier 3, right? And here you have got general studies and optional paper to be done as well. Well, this was an amazing piece of literature which I would read later. I mean, in the end, let us go downwards. Let me scroll down. So, yeah, is it better to prepare for SSC CGL before UPSC? So, this is another line of thought, another school of thought which says that yeah, you can aim for SSC CGL. So, of course, a person who comes from a privileged background, privileged family, privileged class, like upper class person who has studied in IITs, say. Guys, I might bring some sociological terms here because I'm doing net JRF research. I'm working as a research fellow in sociology, and I've written mains more than twice with it. So maybe I can, bring a lot of sociological jargon. So pardon me for that, but yeah, I can't help in that. It's just that. So yeah, people who are coming from privileged backgrounds, okay, they might not even encounter this question in their mind because their life is sad. Okay, so people who have not come from privileged backgrounds and they fear that they might not be able to clear CSE, because at the end of the day the bottom line remains that there are only 800 posts which are vacant, and at least 1 lakh serious people are fighting for it. Aren't they? They are. Okay, so this sheer fact will be enough, should be enough for you to explore other avenues. So you would of course go for other avenues, and SSC is one such in the market. So this question is very much legit if it arises in your mind. Is it better to prepare for SSC CGL before the UPSC? For UPSC it's a long protracted process, like 1 year long process, and there is uncertainty no matter how much efforts do you put. But in case of SSC CGL, the input output ratio, the cost benefit analysis, if you do, then you will come to know that the success ratio is better. The efforts which you are putting here will pay you the rich dividends. It is not necessarily the case with UPSC. And at the end of the day, what you are getting is a post, like it's a service. It would give you nice perks, privileges. Okay, if not like the UPSC, everything is relative, guys, here, you know. At least something is better than nothing. This sums up the entire discussion. Okay. And another thing is that we should go step by step. This is another thing which sums up the discussion. Okay, if you haven't got good boots, if you don't have the stamina, if you are not equal to the other people, like short legs or something else, if there are so many people so to drag you down the stairs, if these are the things with you, then you should not keep the aim which is very high. Okay, so you should not aim for something which is very very higher, like for which you'll have to go 500 steps up. For that, if you are in such a situation, then you should keep the aim of like reaching up to the 250 steps. Okay, so you know, it's like a soft cd game, snake and ladder game. So falling down, aspiring to go to the top of the ladder, the top of the game, is better than going there and getting settled there. I am again repeating so as to keep it clearer. Aspiring to go there at the top, either you will go to the top. If you go on this ladder, either you will go to the top or you will fall down from where you started at the bottom. And there is a second way, you will go there and get settled there. There you get settled there is no coming back. And from now, if you are once settled here, then you can make this your next aim. Okay, it would be easier for you. It would be easier for you as compared to the person who is here, who has fallen back. So this is your SSC, this is your UPSC, and this pretty much summarizes this question and the spirit of this answer, right? So for example, Tina Davi ma'am, she was an IAS. Roman Seni sir, he was also a doctor, like from AIMS. So why would they consider SSC, guys? Why would they consider SSC? No, Tina's mother, father, both are into the services. They wouldn't consider it. But if you are a person from a background which is not as rosy as theirs, if you are somebody from the humble background, so to say, as euphemistically it can be put, so you should you can consider going for the SSC first and then for the UPSC next. We have got some example here. So he is from below average class family. He's lost his father during the preparation. Owing to his family background, he took CGL, then civil services. So this guy, he actually rocked in the CGL as well, getting the AIR 2022. And then he didn't settle, he wasn't content with this, and he went on and qualified the CSE as well, getting just 10 ranks lower than the rank which he got in CGL. Amazing, guys, amazing feat. Next we know Surbi Gautam. If you haven't watched her TikTok, then go and watch it. Oh, I'm really sorry, extremely sorry, her TED Talk. This is these are the times we are living in. People no more are interested in listening to TED Talk. Gone are the times we used to listen TED Talk. Now the TikTok and the shit like that, like shorts reel, have taken over the masses. Thanks to the free internet at 300 rupees provided by Ambani. Anyways, so the case with Sovi Gautam was that she went step by step, and हर जगह झंडे गाड़े उसने on every step, she got huge victories. And then at the end, she reached to the success in CSE as well. She didn't stop. So she also came from humble family and a middle class family. She got her studies done in a village, and then she moved to a college. It was not IIT as far as I know. And then she went on clearing every examination with the effort she put. So it is also about the efforts, your personal discipline. Okay, same is the case with Mridul Gupta IPS as well. How can I prepare along with? You should not. So yeah, broadly what we can see is that after this discussion of 20 to 25 minutes, mostly people are saying that no, you cannot prepare for both of them at the same time. But largely people are saying that yes, it would be prudent and pragmatic if you choose to appear for SSC first and then go on to prepare for UPSC. This is what we can understand. Now in my case, what I have personally seen is that based on these two friends of mine who are very close to mine, like Akhilesh and Siddharth, by the way, comes from IIT Bombay. So these two guys, they were into the UPSC only, but just because they were good at maths, of course they did some more practice as well, but not much, not even 20% of what they did for CSC, not even 10% of it. um, they could come out with the flying colors in both of the examination. They grabbed good ranks in the SSC as well as appeared in the interview. So that is great. So it can also be done if you get enlightened, like in the middle of the CSE journey. Then also you can explore SSC, provided the fact that you have the background which resonates with the aptitude, the syllabus of the SSC. Can we prepare UPSC and SSC CGL simultaneously? I tried doing this for a short duration but decided to go for CGL first and later UPSC, as I was not able to do the justice with any one of them. Both are very different examination. UPSC is knowledge based examination. You will have to study a lot of subjects in depth and cover current affairs on a daily basis, which requires dedication and focus. While SSC CGL is a practice based examination, you'll have to cover comparatively shorter syllabus, but it also requires a lot of hard work and practice to score good marks. It's not recommended to prepare for both the examination at the same time. Okay. So in case of Siddharth, like he was subconsciously, unconsciously already prepared for it. He was the one like who would have done a lot of practice to get into the IIT. You know, वो JEE की जो coachings होते हैं, like he went to Allen, prepared there so hard, and then he went into the IIT, and he was also doing something which resembles mathematics, quant, in the 4 years during the course of his IIT as well. So for people like him, it is easier. But if you are starting from scratch, you do not have the exposure to the aptitude, then it becomes difficult for you to carry on both the things at the same time. So for example, I'm giving my example here in this case. There are a lot of people who come to me and ask me like, how did you clear your net JRF? So for those who do not know, if you want to become the professor, then you are supposed to have this net certificate with you. It is national eligibility test, and if you have got JRF, that means if you scored exceptionally well in your net examination, then a few people they get this privilege of getting availing JRF. Also JRF stands for Junior Research Fellowship, and you get like somewhere around 40,000 rupees as a stipend every month for pursuing your PhD. Okay, so people come to me and ask that like, how did you clear it? We have been trying for many past attempts but unable to get the JRF. Then I tell them that they aren't ready to believe that I did nothing for it. I did nothing for it because it came to me as a something taken for granted. I took it taken for granted. I didn't prepare for it even a single bit, but because I had the experience of two mains in the CSE, and I had studied sociology for it, so this was the reason like I could clear it. This was the reason I could clear it. This is pretty much the case with SSC CGL as well. So if there are people like who are doing CSE and they clear the SSC CGL as well, so just don't look at the present status, look at the past also, which is many times invisible. Invisible, which is like hidden behind the curtains, which doesn't come into the limelight. That is the reason, right? Just do some analysis in depth. Don't look at the things superficially, right? Can I prepare for both the examinations? It depends on your strengths. So this is something which would sum up this lecture of ours. How do I prepare for UPSC or preparing for SSC CGL examination? Aiming two examination at the time would reduce the probability of clearing the both. So there are these works at Government of India. The amazing views have been put by many people, and broadly they all agree that it would be foolish to prepare for both. Unlike in case of MPPSC or state PSC for that matter, when people were saying that yeah, you can carry on both at the same time because both were subjective in nature, had the same syllabus, right? So why not opt for SSC when chances in SSC are more and chances in UPSC are less? Yeah, this is the thing. This is the media. This is the society. Well, society actually make us to look for the things which are situated highest in the ladder of success. Highest which are situated like in the pinnacle of the ladder of success. So, for example, this is Group D, Group C, Group B, Group A. Then we have got CSE. In CSE also we have got Indian Administrative Services. Sorry, we have got All India Services AIS. Then we have got apna IAS. So a lot of people I know, like at least 4 to 5 friends of mine, they are into the IPS, but they are again reappearing so as to improve their rank towards they are aspiring to get IAS. So this is what society does. Okay, so we do not analyze things in a pragmatic manner. We do not analyze the things in a pragmatic manner and keep on. Just a second. Yeah, so having studied the sociology, what I can see is that it is the media, the society, the coaching institutes with vested interests, the YouTube or the social media industry which has come up, which glorify or over glorify the people in the civil services, and this whole thing what sets a narrative that it is easy to crack CSE. Okay, so every Ram Sham and Mohan, every Tom Dick and Harry thinks that ki it is a it is a cakewalk, they can do it, but you'll have to tell this thing to yourself, to the family, to the society, that this is not your cup of tea. If it is so, then there's nothing wrong in saying that, and at least for the time being, this is not your cup of tea. So gauging your situation where you find yourself, your past, your future, your present, you'll have to make your analysis, and whatever information I could give you, I have tried to give you all in the best possible manner. mm, it all boils down to like what's your background, okay, what's your interest, okay, where do you see yourself, okay. If you are just starting off your career like at the graduation, then it would be prudent if you prepare for maths, because it's everywhere, it's literally everywhere. Two things are everywhere, like maths and English. Even in the UPSC you see the prominence of maths, because a lot of deserving candidates are unable to clear the prelims. Even in the UPSC, say it or not, the role of English, it matters, it matters a lot, like when you are writing the essays, when you're writing the uh, mm, when you're writing ethics, when you're writing your the language paper, that it matters a lot. So have good hand, have a upper hand in both of these. Be brutally ruthless in both of these if you want to succeed in your life, like prepare them, they would benefit you. Well, that was all which I had to say, and at the end, ending with the quotes, with the suggestions given by Somesh Upadhyay in a very concise manner, in a very beautiful manner. Identify your strengths and weakness. Hold on to your strengths and work on your weakness. So, suppose if you come from an engineering background, you have got no phobia with mathematics, and you find yourself in a precarious situation, and then you can work upon your maths. You can work upon your maths. Like I had a friend named Shivani. Like she um, appeared in the interview, and she has not exhausted like all of her attempts, but yeah, she was there in the UPSC for a long time, but for some reasons she was unable to do it. Then she comes from humanity background, but she worked on her maths and then cleared the CGL. So work on your weaknesses, hold on to your strength, identify your strengths and weaknesses. What we will end this session on. Okay, I hope this, guys, this was helpful to you. If you are still confused, if you want to know more about, like, can they both be done together, be taken forward together, any queries you have in your mind, put them down in the comment section below. A team will answer it. And secondly, if you want in-depth information, knowledge practically, like how to go about both of them, or how to do the transition from one of them to another, then we can get these guys like Akhilesh or Siddharth. They are buddies only. We can get them on the show, on the podcast anytime. And all you need to is just like the video, put the comment down in the comment section, and share the channel for more such informative video. There were a lot of people who were telling ki backup hona chahiye, there should be plan B. Nobody saying that what it could be, and nobody was giving the clarity. Okay, so this is where I came. This was the void which I thought to fill, and I hope that this would be beneficial to you, not stretching it any further. I'm quite talkative at times. uh, Signing off. Bye. Jai Hind.